That's only the clip.
Yeah.
It is time to head to Bondorn and Eclipse Cinemas, and Collie has all the latest this week. And you're actually matching that photograph behind you, very, very much indeed.
We don't
And,
just throw
and
this stuff
actually, with
together.
no makeup, I have to
Yeah,
say.
that's it. We don't just throw stuff together. Yes, my general complexion helped by a trip to Dublin for a concert last night.
Oh,
So I'm
good.
fitting it in well with the Minion friends. For those of you watching in video, I'm the one in the middle waving. Just in case there are any doubts, I'm not wearing glasses either. I should maybe I should put on the there I am. Now I look at the part.
Now,
Hello, Shamey.
Collie,
As
yeah?
you can see, silly season has begun. It's July here in Bundoran. Typical Bundoran in July. Loads of excitement, loads of stuff to do, and it's a bit dull and rainy. So, where else would you be?
Yeah. We talked a little bit about this last week, but you were holding your water. You just said, I have to see the movie first. It looks absolutely nuts.
Nuts it is. I watched this the other morning, snuck into the cinema, and because of the way the scheduling happened, I watched it in three different screens, right? I had to stop it and move because I was something that doesn't happen often. I was hoping a show wouldn't sell so I could go and watch it. And I ended up having to watch it in three different screens. But let's play the clip first, and I'll tell you what I thought of Minions and Monsters once the clip is over.
Sì, con Pika Kaiju! Arr, arr! Oh, oh là! Vaya la spella!
Les damami!
Le mega cute!
Minions and
That's only the clip.
Yeah. And here's the thing, right?
All right.
Jamie, Dr. Johnson, the famous quote is, a man who's tired of London is a man who's tired of life, right? If you're tired of the Minions, my friends, you are tired of life.
Well,
I went to see this the other morning and the joy it brought me and just the silliness all the way through. I'm in my 50s. Maybe I would be too old, but it's so well done. And, there's so many little stories together. But here's the big surprise, Shamey. Here's the thing I wasn't expecting. This is the best movie about old Hollywood since Singing in the Rain, right?
wow.
And Singing in the Rain, one of the greatest movies ever made, right? Because what happens is the Minions are running around looking for their big boss, right? Which also makes me laugh because I used to work with all these this Italian school used to come every year, and the leader used to introduce me to all the kids as Collie, big boss. So as the Minions are running around going, big boss, big boss, big boss, this was reminding me of of my youth. But anyway, they're running around looking for their big boss, and they somehow find themselves in 1920s Hollywood as silent movie stars. And of course, one of the things that happens is when sound comes in, because they just go, banana, and it's big, all that, they have problems with it. But there's so many jokes about like Harold Lloyd and Charlie Chaplin. But what's brilliant about this is those jokes are there, but they are still really funny for little minions of your own who have no idea who any of these people are. Because the joke is funny. The joke is just also funny if you happen to know a bit about your movies and you get
Right. Yeah.
but they're not just shoving the joke in for the grown-ups and it's not funny to kids. Kids are still gonna laugh. It is so silly. And like, it is true. Like the Minions, even more, not even as much as Despicable Me. It's not Toy Story or anything like that. There's no big story really threatening it through. There's an excuse where the Minions decide they're going to make their own monster movie and they can't afford to build monsters like for Hollywood. So they decide they're going to conjure their own monsters out from the realms of the dead. Like, it's completely dumb. And it's just an excuse for the Minions to fall over, the Minions to hit somebody in the head, or to make a fart joke. There's the best Citizen Kane fart joke in the movie I have ever seen. Now, it might be the only one I've ever seen too, but it's constantly funny for an hour, and it's an hour and 22 minutes, which is long enough because of a lot of its target audience. But it is just non-stop. And we've said this before, that, a lot of it is Laurel and Hardy, slapstick, Three Stooges, pie in the face. And now they're really just showing it all the way. And then there's loads of little jokes. Like at one stage, it's kind of half French, half Spanish that they're speaking, but just gibberish. And then at one stage,
By the way, is it subtitled? Is it?
No, but I swear to God, by the end of the movie, I thought I could understand them, right? But at one stage I went, did he say Mbappe Platini? And I went, he did. They're just throwing this stuff off. And you can see that obviously the two lads who make the movie have put a huge amount of work because it looks great, doesn't it? From the
Yeah,
clip there, you
it's
can see
very,
the old
it
style
looks
movie
great,
stuff.
sounds great, and it's extremely funny. Now, I do get to watch a lot of these with the grandkids,
Yeah, yeah.
and I love them. Absolutely. These come on, and you just go, I'm going to have a great
Yeah.
crack. And the kids love them.
Yeah, because it's just certain things. A custard pie in the face will
Yeah.
always be funny. We've said this many times, but it is true. But this is really good. And I think it's the sort of silliness that you have to be very clever to be that silly. Do you know what I
Absolutely.
mean? There's been a couple other cartoons out that are much lower quality recently, and they just think, oh, throw it all at the screen. The kids will enjoy it. The kids thought, nah, it's fine. This they will love. It is
Yeah.
great. As I said, it's in its own way. I enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed Toy Story, which is doing massive business, but they're
Yeah.
very different. One's for the heart. This one is, well, it's for the bum joke. Let's be honest, right? This is just all silliness, right? And it is all just when you were five, and the dog fell over, and you
Yeah.
just laughed your head off. It is that sort of thing, and it is just
Your
silly.
prediction, is this going to play for the whole summer? It is.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it ain't going anywhere for a long time. And like it is the sort of thing that people maybe, in a couple of weeks, maybe there's lots of stuff on now. They'd be in Bundoran for
Yeah.
their holidays, and they go, Granny'll be walking and goes, oh, they like this, don't they? But what
Yeah.
Granny doesn't realize yet, she's gonna like this
She's
too.
going to love it as well.
Yeah, it's
The
gonna be
Minions
great
and
fun.
Monsters is now open.
It's now open. It'll be playing all summer, and it's guaranteed joy for all the family. One
Okay.
thing I would say, just some of the monsters for the very, very young, some of the monsters might be a little bit scary, but I think if you're sitting with mum and dad, no problem. But yeah, on their own, like some of it, so probably is not for the very youngest. But like once you're 5, 6, you'll be fine.
Okay. Now we're moving on, and this caught my eye, and enjoyed the clips you sent me. The invite, and the at least the soundtrack is fantastic. We
Yeah,
played a little bit of it there. We played Anita Ward and Ring My Bell, and the whole concept of this is brilliant because everybody in my that I know and goes, "Who's coming to the house? Who
yeah.
have you invited over?" Yeah,
Oh God.
that's the concept. Anyway, go
Yeah,
on.
it's like that nightmare when you meet Americans or someone like that on holidays and you say, you must come and stay with us, not meaning it at all. And they don't realize.
Yeah, yeah,
No, I didn't mean that. Yes, this
yeah,
is
yeah.
in some ways that dinner part of it. So there's a couple, Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde. They're not, things aren't maybe going great in the marriage. And she decides she's going to invite their neighbors because they seem to have their best life. They live free, they're fun, they're sexy, they seem to do whatever they want and kind of maybe go, oh, maybe they'll jazz up our life a bit. And it does to a certain extent. There was a movie a couple of months ago that I really loved called The Drama. And I was saying,
Yes.
like, you don't always love kind of cringy humor, but that did it really well. And this seems to be from the same school of stuff. Like, things are going to go wrong on this dinner party. There is going to be embarrassment. Truths are going to come out. And, like, it is a great bit of counter programming from what everything else that's on. Toy Story, Minions, and even, like, Disclosure Day. This is very much a grown-ups movie. And we've all been in that situation. Either we've been the fun couple, or more likely, we've been the ones sitting there going, oh my God.
Yeah,
How
well,
do I
listen, this is a comedy.
Yeah, it is a comedy, absolutely. It is a comedy, but like a lot of comedies, there's a lot of truth and drama that come out of the comedies. But it is fun, and like people who know Seth Rogen as well be used to that. Like he has no problem, like cringing himself on the screen. I think people really enjoy this as I said, if you like the drama, if you like things like The Office, I think you'll like this. It's clever and it's funny and a bit emotional too.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
very different to everything else that's showing at the moment. So I think people
So
really like it.
it's all set about in the apartment,
Yeah, it's pretty much
basically.
that one evening. Yeah,
So it's all in the apartment. So yeah. They spent a fortune on the.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Anyway, that's the invite, and it looks really good. It's got a great soundtrack, and
Yeah.
from what I've seen and what you sent to me, it does look. And I
yeah, it's
always
an
liked,
interesting movie. I won't be for everyone, but I think the people who like the sound of that, I think you're going to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that opens tomorrow, Friday.
Okay, right. Okay, Mr. Monday, you're bringing back Masters of the Universe, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, this is a funny one, because it came
It's
out.
fun.
It did okay, right? It did okay. People who really liked it, people who really like He-Man really liked it, which is an important thing. But here's what's interesting about this is that Amazon are very happy that it only did okay in the cinema because they're going to put it straight on and they're going to be playing it for the next couple of years and they know they can push that. They reckon this is the start of 3 or 4 movies and they
All right.
reckon they have the power, if you excuse the pun, of Grayskull, that they can push this down. They're planning more of these and it'd be interesting. I thought it was quite good if you like that sort of thing. Yep.
Okay, Master of the Universe, missed it Monday, and you can't miss that. Right, now you got a special showing of Toy Story 5.
Yeah.
Want to get that in before we head
Yeah, we
on.
do one of those every month, but particularly because it's Toy Story 5, a lot of people have asked for it. So it's the exact same film, but there's no ads, no trailers, and we leave the lights on a little bit and lower the sound a bit. So there's loads of little people and big people who like the idea of the cinema, but maybe it can be a bit overwhelming for them. So we put on this screening every time, same movie as before, and it's a really popular thing, and that's on Saturday morning. And I think there's probably a lot of people who would like to see that, or maybe know a child who's a bit who responds differently to sensory stuff. So I think that's always worth flagging up because cinema's for everyone, Jamie, and we always like to do maybe slightly different screenings for those who want.
That's Toy Story 5, the sensory-friendly version.
Yeah.
That's Collie on Movies. Till next Thursday, enjoy the movies.